Welcome, beloved wanderer. Here, now, let's foster a space that is radically open and tap into our latent, curious nature. We can enter an always available portal where the world grows baffling and the mystifying is woven into the fabric of reality, where the familiar mask slips and what was once mundane trembles with wonder. There is a resonance of what is prior to knowing, thinking, doing, and it doesn't require that knowing, thinking, or doing cease. What is prior is always open and receptive to anything that may arise, and is ever untouched by it. The bewildering nature of reality can be gleamed in this space, where the world can no longer seem out there, but intimately somehow inside you, and simultaneously all-pervading, where filters dismantle themselves, and the tingling aliveness of the body becomes amorphous and boundless, where time is but a fleeting thought, and thought is an empty echo, too ephemeral to exist, where the puzzling whispers wordless secrets through the imagined barrier of your skin. Breathe. Let the hush settle around you. Lend silence the light of awareness. Just for now. Suspend what you think you know and perceive this space with a courageous anticipation for what the unknown could possibly be. Have you ever felt it? That baffling moment when the room grows thick with presence. The lighting flickers. The wind sighs. And there's a particular sense that you are not alone, even in your solitude. A perplexity that anything could exist at all. There can be a reflexive reach for a conceptual reorientation, but it slips through your fingers like smoke. Look around you. Notice the chair, the window, the objects resting in your periphery. Can you feel the world looking back? Not with eyes, but with a kind of ancient intelligence. The objects in your room are no longer props. They are unknowable. Each one humming with the same energy you can almost hear. The ambient sounds, the shapes and colors, the sensations, All of it vibrates with a secret existence, beyond the filters of what we call fathomable. What appears when you let yourself fade? Not as an act of will, but because there is a genuine curiosity, a spontaneous, childlike experiment, because there's finally a ripening in you, a sense that what you seek will not be found in the commentary of mind, symbols, or knowledge. There can be a blurring of edges, a letting the story loosen its grip. Just for now, feel yourself dissolving into the void that is everything. Without the soothing guardrail of understanding, you become the space in the hallway, the hum of the room, the silence between thoughts. This is an ever-available, gentle invitation to recognize the unseen. Ask the wind, "Who am I?" and let it howl its empty answer. Ask the shadows, "What remains when I disappear?" And let them reply with a dim chill, a sense of being all as nothing. Noticing that here, there is no need to fill the space with contriving fantasy, labeling, negotiating, or strategy. The world is no longer my story. It's a companion that has never left you, a phantom, a primordial playfulness. What it is can't be said. The expanding and contracting of the chest, the ground beneath you, the sensation of air on your skin. Here, it becomes obvious. This is as real can be. There is only the indivisible, heard, seen, felt. In this vanishing, you become intimate with all things. So close that the word intimate stops making sense. You are the primeval witness, the omnipresent ghostly echo, the desire to know what it is to be separate, the space in which the uncanny stirs. When you close your eyes, feel the boundary of your body, the skin, the breath, the pulse. Notice that boundaries blur when the psyche lets go of the body's image. The outline softens. There was never anything keeping your story from dissipating into the air. You can sense an electric aliveness, the haunting feeling that this is sentience. This is all there ever could be. Let yourself become the hush of the night, the dynamic, sourceless, absent presence that you are, the silence that's ever listening. Rest here. Let this reality have you. Relinquish the symbolic and melt into the actual. Be overcome by a deeper intimacy with what is. Not forever. This state can't be sustained. The sense of self will continue to come and go and express in the flow of states we call life. Individuality is already freely allowed, but having the courage to spend time in this open, intimate, immediate curiosity will expand your experience to include the emptiness and the fullness, and see that they are not two. This is a daring to finally put down our conceptual comfort blanket and see what happens. We can always pick it back up when we face and intuit the empty nature of thoughts. We can have a lighter, more compassionate, more playful relationship with thoughts, so to say. This is simply the natural balancing of the human psyche, a palpable sense of meaninglessness that, ironically, makes way for the full-on aliveness of life and profound sense of impersonal innocence and unwavering authenticity. There is a beauty in this emptiness, a wildness, a freedom, a raw sense that anything can happen. You are not the navigator. You are the potentiality, the wide openness itself, and all that it allows. You can sense the bizarre, unknowable nature of all that arises. Allow yourself to peer into the prior and see that there's only the void of being, appearing to be all things. Disappearing is not the end. It is the beginning of a deeper, bewildering love, a feral freedom to be as you are. When we spend more and more time in this fertile resonance, this suspension. We causelessly face our emptiness. First, we see we have been subconsciously avoiding this openness because there's no control for us here. And we eventually learn that there's literally nothing to fear, only freedom and compassion for the fear to express as it does. We seem to vanish from history, and then the haunted world rushes in to fill that space, not as a story, but as a living, breathing miracle. There is only the sentience that you are. If you find there is a burning curiosity to recognize the wordless truth of your being, let yourself vanish. It's safe to let your story slip from your shoulders, to fully become your senses, the wind's reply, the shadow's cold embrace, the space where everything and nothing are seen as one. In your absence, only presence remains. In your vanishing, the world awakens from the dream that it ever slept at all. This can't know what it is. It can only be it. As you, it can intuit its own nature. In the direct recognition of its own reflection, in the hush, the echo, the open door to the actual.